What's going on, guys? Stein back with another video. Work makes you happy. I never can relate to anyone else who goes off and does their things, having fun, going out, going partying, drinking, smoking, and they're not making money. Because I know that work makes me happy when I'm doing something productive, when I'm working, when I'm putting in work. I know that that's the happiest I'll ever be. I'm never happy when I'm not putting in work. And what I love about Andrew Tate is that he says, use up all of your active income before you worry about passive income. And I take that to heart. Is that, when I hear of things like passive income, that's what I think of when people are going out partying, smoking, whatever they're doing. Is like, okay, you're wasting time right now. Do you have any money, like, say either saved up, or do you have any money like invested, so that's why you get to go out and drink and party and deserve this alcohol that you're drinking? If that's not the case, then there's no reason you should be going out drinking. There's no reason you should be going having fun. You shouldn't. And I like to follow this as a life value, is that you should have to deserve your fun. You should not just be allowed to have fun just to have fun. That should not be any rule of anyone in life. You should only deserve fun when you deserve it. When you've done your workouts, when you've learned something new, when you've got out of your comfort zone, when you've actually made some money, you've done your weight training, you've done your cardio, you've done things that are productive to society. You're not just sitting here going day to day and just going through the motions. You're actually done work, something that, and like, in your heart, in your value cores, your core values, that you did everything possible. You did as much work as you possibly can. Okay, now you deserve to have fun. But if you truly know that you could have done more, you could have made one more call, you could have sent one more cold email, you could have gone out of your way to pick up that piece of trash on the ground. Like, those little things. Just, I say this to myself every day. Everything is my responsibility. Everything is my responsibility. And that's what I love about Andy Frisella. And what I learned from him is that, if I see trash on the ground, I'm going to pick it up. Like, I'm going to pick it up, and because I know that's my responsibility. Now, is it actually my responsibility? Is that my trash? No. But I see it, and when I see it, and when I see that trash, I know that that's my, and I would feel guilty for not picking it up, because I know that I saw that. I know that trash, whatever that was laying there, that shouldn't be there, and that's my responsibility because I saw it there. And that's just the littlest things that, Andy Frisella talks about, those little things about, like, he talks about going out and taking a trash bag out, doing your cardio, going on a walk, taking a trash bag and picking up trash while you're taking your walk. Those things matter so much, because, like, if you just switch your mindset to be like, okay, no, I'm not doing anything that is not incongruent with my values that I have in life. My core values are health, wealth, love, and happiness. So they have to be in that order. I have to work out first. I have to make some money. I have to, do as much work as I possibly can before I can have any fun. And that's the way I live my life. So if you live your life like as a disciplined way like this, you'll start to appreciate the fun more. And this is why I don't understand, like, people will go off on these tangents as far as, like, fun things. And so Brandon Carter never celebrates his victories, and what I like about that is that most of the time when you're celebrating, you're not doing something that is of benefit towards yourself. For example, you go out, you party, and you drink. Alcohol is not good for you. For example, you go out and you smoke, you do drugs. Smoking, doing drugs, not good for you. For example, you go out and you do things that you're not supposed to do. You do illegal activities, like anything that's categorized in the fun category of life, like any of your vices, like, most likely they're not good for you. Like, let's just be completely honest here. I mean, if you learn as much as possible, like, if you learn as much as you possibly can every day, you realize like, and that's the way I operate my life, is learning as much as I can every day. Like, you realize, like, pain, everything that comes from pain is happiness, and everything that comes from pleasure is pain. So, and like, it's just so true that, like, whenever I'm doing something that's extremely difficult and painful, I'm happy. But when I'm doing something that's pleasurable and fun, I'm depressed and I'm in pain. Like, so you literally have to do the core opposite of what your mind's telling you to do, and you have to do it, with the intensity level that you know that you can do, and there's never a giving up moment. You have to do as much as you can, as often as you can. You have to fight as hard as you can every single day. You never give up. You're always improving. You're always growing. You're always doing as much as you can. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Okay, I gotta drink water. Okay, now I gotta go do this. I gotta make some money. Okay, now I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna go work out now. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna listen to a podcast. I'm gonna learn some new information. Okay, cool. Your mind always has to be moving. One of Andrew Tate's quotes, I'll never forget this. He says, if I'm not doing something which is either extremely difficult or extremely stressful, I'm in a perpetual state of crippling boredom. And that relates to myself, is if I'm not doing something either difficult or stressful, like Andrew says, I'm depressed and I'm not happy. I'm not in a situation where I want to be in. Like, I want to do something that's difficult or stressful, because that's what makes me happy. What makes me happy is doing things that require pain, doing things that are difficult, doing things that are not easy. Like, if you follow an easy life path, you're gonna have a hard life. If you're always drinking every weekend, if you're always smoking, you're always doing the pleasurable things, you're not going to live a good life, because I do not believe in balance. I'll never believe in balance. So if you ever hear someone who says, balance, 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 take in consideration of their life, because most of the time it's just like they don't have the things that they actually want in life. They still have their dreams and their aspirations, but are they doing the action steps every day to get closer to those dreams and aspirations? Most likely not. They're most likely, they're slacking off, they're cheating on their diet, they're not working out as hard as they possibly can, they're not doing these little things right. And those little things actually matter a lot. You don't think you're doing much if you go out drinking on the weekends, but you're disciplined during the week. You're actually doing a lot, because you're reprogramming your mind. Okay, now the weekend is the time for me to, deserve all this alcohol. No. That's what you're doing. You're reprogramming your mind. You're telling your mind, okay, now the weekends are okay to go drink every single weekend. That's not a good thing. You should not be reprogramming your mind that alcohol is good on a weekend. You should be disciplined every single day, no matter what day it is, for the rest of your life, because that's actually what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you a disciplined individual. What's going to make you not sad. You have to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. I fall in this trap as well, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, is that, like, I'm always wondering, this person's doing that, this person's doing this, they're not doing what I'm doing. Don't worry about that. Worry about yourself. Worry about what you need to do. Worry about what you need to do. Stop worrying about other people. Worry about yourself. Worry about how you can make your life improve. There's so many things you can do. This life it's a beautiful life. There's so many things that we can do here. There's so many things we can do on a consistent basis every day. We can never run out of things to do. There's so much to do. There's so much to learn. There's so much to grow from. There's so much that we can accomplish, and we have to put in the work. The work comes every single day. Every single day the work comes. There's never a day to take off. There's never a day to take off. You have to learn every day. You have to work every day. You have to train every day. You have to learn every day. And again, these things can never be repeated. They can never be repeated enough, because if you're constantly growing, you're constantly learning, you're constantly getting better, you're constantly, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, how do you have room to be depressed? You cannot be depressed if you're constantly doing things. Depression happens when you're not doing anything. This is why I named the title of this video, Work Makes You Happy. When you're working, when you're doing things, when you're busy, you're not going to be depressed. It just makes the most congruent sense. If you're depressed, you're most likely sitting at home, you're fat, you're playing video games, and you have Cheetos. Like, that's just the truth. But if you're doing things, if you're busy, if you're constantly moving, if you're saying, you're talking to this person, you're doing that, you're working, like, it's impossible for you to be depressed. You have to be busy at all the time, and you have to be congruent with your goals at all time. You have to have your values lined up, so that way you know that I lived up to my standard every single day. So you can be proud of yourself at the end of the day when you go to bed and say, I did everything I possibly could. And, everything obviously isn't going to go plan by plan to what you want, but you have to be able to adapt. Adaptation, very, very important. I learned that from my mentor, FedEx Fearless. Being adaptive is very, very important in day-to-day life. You have to be able to adapt and grow and improve every day. Work makes you happy. Never forget that. That's a video I have for you today. Like the video if you like the video. Comment in the comment section. Subscribe. Turn your post notifications on, and we'll see you in the next video.